So if you've been looking for a way to create super SEO optimized content in a matter of seconds and have it be well written and optimized, like at the same time, Page Optimizer Pro has released the tool that you've been waiting for. This is Pop AI, Pop AI Writer is what they're calling it. And literally, we'll create an article for you in about 5 minutes, and it will be pretty well optimized for SEO. Um, so I just wanted to dig into it. This is one of my favorite SEO tools on the planet, Page Optimizer. As soon as I heard they had an AI writer coming out, I got really excited, and I think this is a pretty big game changer for them. So let's kind of dig in and show you how this works. So right here, this is a pretty simple page, right? This is for a local roofing company. Just wanted to give you a basic idea of how this process works in the AI writer and how quickly it can spit out content for you. So it goes through each structural component of your page, which I really like. So you can see it has the search engine title, the page title, H2s, H3s, subheaders, paragraph text, and then it essentially, once you generate all of these sections, it then organizes it into it, essentially organizes it into a text file, I should say, that you can upload to your site and input it like into WordPress pretty easily, and start getting it indexed and ranking quickly. So really quickly, the way they do this, they use credits, and I think they give you like 29 credits to start. I want to say for 1,000 word piece, it's not more than $10 or $15 at the most, which is honestly very affordable because you're going to pay much more than that if you hired a writer. And this content, for me, is, I would say, on par with a lot of kind of generalist writers that I've seen. And that's actually not a knock on writers at all. That's more of a compliment to the software. Um, so it's kind of how it works. So you start here. You start with the search engine title and page title. You hit generate, and it's going to spit out a fully optimized title tag in H1 for you. You can see here that it tried to use two different variations within the title tag in H1, which I really like. It used roofing company and then it used roofing contractor. So those are somewhat synonymous to each other. And then down here, we move to our subheaders. The subheaders are interesting because if you already have a page built, you can use your subheaders, right? Your H2s and H3s for inspiration, right? So essentially, Pop AI will take your H2s that you have, and it will just reword them and kind of maybe add a different keyword variation as it sees fit to get it better optimized. And then it will spit out these ideas right here. And the nice part is you can choose multiple options here. So you can choose use my H2s or and you can do use my competitors H2s. You can do them both together, or you can just do one or the other to clarify. So let's say it's a new page, you don't have anything, then you're just probably going to use your competitors, or you can uncheck both. And I believe if you uncheck both, it will just give you whatever original H2s and H3s it wants to do. So I'm still kind of toying with this option. I've tried doing both. I've tried doing none. I've tried doing one or the other. I haven't really found a great sweet spot at this point, but you can kind of toy around with it and see what works for you. For a simple page like this, we don't really have to overthink it. The page is already built, so we can basically just use our H2s for inspiration and have it kind of tweak it a little bit. And then to the paragraph text. So once you generate these two sections, it will format all these subheaders like so, right? So it's a good visualization. You can see kind of how it will look going down your page with the different H2s, the subheaders of those H3s, and so forth. And then once you hit generate paragraph text, it will generate all of this paragraph text. And the paragraph text, it's pretty good. There might be some tweaks here and there. Listen, the AI software is in its infancy. It's going to evolve for sure, but it's sort of in the beginning stages right now. So you have to take it with a bit of a grain of salt. But for what it is, I've actually found it to be pretty nice. So it spits out all of this here. And then once that's done, you just hit download all, and it puts it into a text file for you that you can use. And then you can either give it to an editor, you can upload it to Grammarly, right? Check for spelling, things like that, or just upload it to WordPress if you're happy with it. Again, depending on the kind of writing you're doing, if you're writing for a small local site and you're just trying to create pages that'll supplement your kind of regular content, there probably won't be many edits needed. If you're going for more advanced content, niches like your money, your life type niches like finance, healthcare, then you got to be a little more careful with it. And then I would say give it to an editor, maybe even a credentialed reviewer, someone with a finance degree, medical certification, and just make sure that it's up to par, right? You might have to add some specific technical terminology that maybe the AI writer didn't pick up on and so forth. But overall, it's pretty nice. So this is completely out of the box, and we can see up here that Pop has given us a 73.94 score, which and they're very transparent about this. So when you start the process of writing a page in Pop AI, it tells you that our goal is to get it to around 70% for this. Think of it as a rough draft, basically, right? And so try to get it around 70% for this rough draft, and then go through and try to get it a little bit higher if possible. So, but because this is already beyond 70, I mean 73.94, it's not going to take us much to get it up around 80 or beyond. I mean, we can see here that some of the subheadings might be under optimized. Main content is probably just missing a few synonyms or secondary keywords here and there. Those are pretty easy to add. But the main thing is that and the other thing too is so you can set the word count, and this is where the price will fluctuate on how many credits you need. For this example, I only did 1,000 words. I think there was content on the page already, and so I didn't want to add too much content. But if I say I was writing a new page, I would probably just set the word count to whatever the target is, roughly around 2,000, maybe 2,500 to get a little more, and then let it fire away. And then from there, yeah, I wouldn't have to add much content beyond what's here. I'd basically just go through and add the different signals from the subheadings and the main content to make sure it gets up to that level. So overall, I'm happy with this tool. I think it's going to evolve as the technology evolves, right? The AI writing technology. It's still very early. It's not perfect, but I think it's heading in the right direction. And as somebody who loves Page Optimizer Pro, has been using it for several years now, it's really cool to see this evolution, and it's a move in the right direction. So yeah, I hope this made sense. I'm probably going to do some more videos on it as I start to get more familiar with it and test it on different things, and maybe even show some case studies of before and after and that kind of thing. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and like, subscribe, and do all that stuff. And have a good one. All right, so if you've been